Hey, all doing well, I hope. Today we're going to have a look at how to play the fantastic track Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy from their 1976 album of the same name. Great track for you beginner, maybe early intermediate players out there to learn and to be able to play all the way through, as it's not that difficult to play and there are no guitar solos to deal with in this one. There is, however, a short and a somewhat tricky to play bridge in the middle of the track that we will have to deal with. Regardless, let's get started on Jailbreak by one of my favorite bands of all time, the great Thin Lizzy. We are tuned down 1/2 step for this tutorial, and here's your tuning. And the track starts, there's more than one guitar going on here, as Thin Lizzy always had two guitar players, but it starts with an E power chord. And while one guitar player is doing that, the other one's up here, grabbing the 15th fret of the B string for a full step bend. And then we're into the main riff. Three chords that we're working with here: an A power chord, E power chord, F sharp power chord, which you're going to hit twice. So you're just going from A to E to F sharp. However, there's little mutes in between each chord change before you jump onto that F sharp and hit it twice. Right? And then we're going to go off to E, hit it 3 times, and this section here is somewhat palm muted. And then you're going to hit the E power chord 3 times, jump back into the F sharp, and then back to E. Right? Before repeating the whole thing over again. So you're going to repeat that 12 times at the beginning of the track, 4 times before the vocals come in, and then 8 more times during the first verse. There is one very short little lead guitar fill line. After the 3rd time you play this lick, that riff, that little lick right there with a wah pedal, if you have one. 4th fret of the G string, little quarter step bend or a little half step bend. Off to the 2nd fret, same thing, little bend, and then finish on the 4 of the D. Just a little fill line that they add there, but it does have a wah pedal on it. So like I said, you repeat that main riff 12 times, 4 times at the beginning and then 8 more times during the first verse, and then we're into the chorus. B power chord, 3-finger power chord, and then E. Now, I like to play that E right here in the same position as the B. Just lift my finger off the 4th fret of the D string. Right? And then you have the B in the bass, which gives it a little more weight, right? It's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. Right? But I've watched a couple of live videos, and one of the guitar players is up here playing the B, and then just jumping down to the E power chord there at the 7th fret position. There's gonna be a jailbreak. Same thing. But it has a little more weight to it when you have that B in the bass, because it's, it's right there in your E power chord anyway, right? There's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in the town. So you're going to repeat this 3 times. There's gonna be a jailbreak. And then we're into this little lick. So that's 5 of the low E, 4 of the A, 2 of the D, string skip up to the 4 of the low E, off to open, and then the 2nd fret. And then we're into the main riff again. Again, 12 times. Live, they will add a little solo here. The first 4 times you play this after the first chorus, they'll add a little solo in the F sharp minor pentatonic. in that little position there, but on the studio version that is not there. They just go back into the main riff. So anyway, second verse is the same as the first. The second chorus, however, changes. It's a little bit longer. So we go back into B. It's gonna be a jailbreak into E 3 times. Tonight there's gonna be trouble. And then we're gonna go off to A. And then F sharp. Back to B. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak. And repeat this 3 more times. And then we play this lick again. Right, 5, 4, 2, 4, open, 2. Now we're going to repeat this lick 4 more times, but a little quieter. And just let that 2 ring. And it's kind of palm muted, right? The final time you're going to release the palm mute and just grab the notes a little more aggressively. And that leads into the bridge, and this is the bridge. And that's the bridge. So it's kind of palm muted. We're on the 7th fret of the A string with our middle finger. You want your middle finger on that because you're going to be using all your other fingers for these little chromatic runs. So we're going to start with 3 hits of that 7th fret of the A. And then you're going to bounce off the 6th fret back to the that E note there at the 7th fret, hit it twice. And you're just going to chromatically repeat the exact same thing, going 6, 7, 8, 9. Getting all of your fingers working here. When you go to the 7 of the D, you're going to roll down, right? Before going back up. And like I said, it's all palm muted. Repeat 4 times. And then after you repeat it 4 times, we're going to do the exact same thing, but now in A. So now our middle finger is on the 5, and we're doing the chromatics on the 4, 5, 6, 7. So while you're in A, you're only going to repeat it twice, and then you're going to jump back to E. And you're going to repeat it 1 more time, and then the final time we're going to string skip down to the G string and continue it, kind of like this. Right? Exact same pattern, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you finally finish on that 9 of the G string and let it ring. And then we're into the main riff again. And I think 1 more verse and 1 more chorus. 3rd chorus, same as the 2nd chorus. B to E 3 times. Off to A, up to F sharp, back to B, off to E, back to E, this lick again, and that's the end of the track. Just letting that F sharp note there at the 2nd fret of the low E string ring. And there you go. That is how you play Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy. I certainly hope you found that helpful and accurate. And if you did, please hit that like button. Drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be awfully helpful to my channel. Hope you're well out there in your little guitar corner of the world, wherever that may be. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.